Welcome back. The monsoon is most commonly associated with rain.
But our storms are so isolated that when it does rain, certain parts of the valley get soaked while others are left completely untouched. During the monsoon months of June, July, August, and September, we receive an average of 2.71 inches of rain. That's nearly 1/3 of our average yearly rainfall. Our wettest monsoon hit in 1984, when we picked up more than 9 inches of rain. The 1924 monsoon was the driest, with only 0.35 inches. Last year's monsoon was very active and wet. We picked up 3 inches of rain at Sky Harbor Airport with a valley average of 2.35 inches. And when that rain falls, it falls fast. So fast that our dry desert soil can't take all of it in. Streets, washes, and riverbeds quickly fill up with water without much warning. Rain droplets in the clouds can also freeze and stick together, forming hail. As it falls through the clouds, the air temperature warms, which can cause these giant pieces of ice to melt. If they melt all the way, we get rain. If they don't, it comes down from the sky as hail.
Heavy bursts of rain can lead to the most dangerous part of the monsoon, flash flooding. The two key elements of flash flooding are how hard it rains and how long the rain lasts. But topography, soil conditions, and ground cover also play very important roles. Because our ground is so dry, it forms a crust, making it hard to absorb any moisture. And when water can't seep into the ground, it starts to run off, causing flooding that can be very destructive or even deadly.
I've heard of flash floods before. I've never seen one. The water started seeping in through the patio door. Things were flying in the backyard.
Last year, residents in Anthem saw the worst flooding anywhere in the valley as a severe thunderstorm sat over them, dumping over 3 inches of rain in less than an hour.
It was insane. The windows were rattling and the water was just flowing so hard.
The force of those floodwaters was so powerful, it knocked down brick walls and left some drivers stranded. It's important to remember to never try crossing a flooded wash or roadway.
And water is such a strong force. You can't stop it. It's just something that people don't realize how dangerous fast flowing water actually can be.
It could cost you big time. If officials are called in to rescue you, Arizona reserves the right to invoke the state's stupid motorist law, which was passed in 1995. It requires drivers to reimburse the state for the cost of the rescue. The law was put into use for the first time in 2006 when a valley man ignored warnings not to enter Canyon Road and Cave Creek. And just last summer, this man had to be rescued from rising floodwaters in Carefree.
There were cars going right past me, and I assumed, they're going past me, then it's perfectly fine to go. And, well, it wasn't.
It only takes about 2 feet of water to cause most vehicles to float. So remember, turn around, don't drown.
As the water quickly rises with rain pouring over our desert, there's a team of people working around the clock, tracking it all across Maricopa County to help keep you safe. Seconds after the first measurable raindrops fall, the team at the Flood Control District of Maricopa County knows about it. They have more than 300 solar-powered rain gauges around the county. While they're not the gauges you'd find in a backyard garden, the concept is the same.
Rain falls down, goes through this funnel till it reaches a certain weight, then this dumps.
It takes 0.04 of an inch to tip the bucket, triggering these lights to show where the rain is falling.
We get it within a second of when it happens.
The team keeps track of rainfall totals and intensity. If the flood threshold is reached, hydrologists are called in to monitor the situation and alert government and emergency agencies of the threat. Since our storms are typically very localized, this network of rain gauges is critical to keeping track of how much rain fell in each separate corner of the valley. After all, some of the biggest rainstorms the valley has seen miss Phoenix Sky Harbor altogether. From lightning and thunder to dust storms and rain, how to keep you and your family safe this summer.
Plus, it's the forecast you've been waiting for. I'll tell you exactly how much rain to expect this monsoon.
And when you see weather happening, be a part of the news on Twitter by using hashtag ABC15WX.